The angle, just as you say, which angle are we going to be more specific about when it comes to security awareness? It has to be with security tips. But that's the only way we can talk to the populace so that we can nip this thing in the bud, so that we can even help government to get rid of all these criminals. You see, one thing I would like to say at this point is that we as citizens, we owe it a duty to the state, to the country, to give vital and timely information to the security agencies so that they can do their job better. Because they are not ghosts and they cannot be everywhere. But we are within the society and we see what some people are doing. You see, for instance, this issue of this Lakurawa they are talking about now, it doesn't start in a day. You can't just wake up in the morning and say, these are Lakurawa and they are everywhere. It starts gradually. People were looking at them and they looked the other way. They didn't report to the security agencies. Since when the thing has gone and it has now been affecting them, it's now they are shouting that the army should come. You see, so this thing started gradually. If you remember in Niger State, I think some years ago, I can't remember the name of the governor, they were trying to assemble themselves in Mokwa local government.
Yes, during Tenuous administration.
Yeah, they were trying to assemble themselves in Mokwa local government. And immediately the state government was proactive then. And the more you know it, they moved them out of the state. So we owe it a duty as a citizen. If we see something, say something. Because what goes around comes around.
Exactly.
So that's the tip. Another one has to do with knowing your neighbors. Knowing your neighbors. You are just in the neighborhood. Some people just come from nowhere, rented an apartment, and you don't know their means of livelihood, or you are suspicious of their means of livelihood. You need to do something. No, give information, timely information to either your Miawa or the security agencies. Don't be afraid that your identity will be reviewed by the security agencies. They don't do that now. It's a former something. They don't do that. The security police will not expose you now. They don't do that now. The DSS will not expose you now. They don't do that now. Because if they do that, it's counterproductive to them to achieving their goals. So you do that discreetly. But what I want to advise at this point is that we as humans, we have a weakness. For instance, I see something and I want to say something. After I have said something to the DSS, I will now go and tell Mr. A, Mr. B, you understand? He himself is reporting himself indirectly, exposing himself indirectly. He will now turn around and say it's the police that expose him, or the DSS has exposed him. So we have that weakness as human. So when you want to do that, please do it discreetly so that nobody, only you and only you alone. When you are even going to report, don't tell somebody that I'm going to the police station. You may go specific. What are you going to do? Do you have a suspect there or what? Just go alone. Don't tell anybody where you are going. Do it discreetly. Enter, talk to DPO or whatever, and before you know it, something will be done about it. Just like what happened in Zigbegano or what they call that Gurare area. You see, it's information that they gave the security agencies. So we owe it a duty to do that. And again, there's one thing that is trending with us now that is very dangerous to being secured. Has to do with issue of dividing personal information on the social media. Some people do that. Before you know it, I want to go on a vacation with my family to Dubai or to America, whatever. If you are the wealthy person, you will now post it. I'm in the airport. I joined the Arab contractor, what they call it. So while in the airport, you and your family, you take a photograph and post it. While in the plane, you still take the photograph and post it. On arrival, you still did the same thing. Possibly some people post the hotel they lodge in America, which is wrong. Now, you left your household. You tell your people you left your house. There's nobody in your house. Maybe you give one security man to look at the big house you have. Before you come back, the burglars came and took the whole thing you have because you told them you are not at home.
Exactly. Exactly.
You understand? You now acquire a new vehicle, whatever name you can call it, whether SUV or whatever. You now post it. Or you buy a new vehicle and say, this is a birthday gift to my son, or this is my birthday gift to
It
my
is worth 20 million, 50
It's
million.
worth 50 million. Even if you don't put the money, people knows it was.
People know the price.
So they will now gauge your wealth from what you are giving. You said you've given somebody as a gift. They will know that you are wealthy. If I can buy a vehicle of 50 million, you can now say maybe I still have 200 million in my account.
Exactly.
So from there, you are now a vulnerable, a target to being kidnapped, to being defraud, or whatever you want to call it. So you are still exposing yourself to all those.
Or even your close member of your family.
Yeah, that you did not buy the SUV, you now allow the kidnappers to come and kidnap you, which happens now.
Exactly.
Because kidnapping mostly happen with the information from very person that is very, very close to you.
Exactly. A member of the extended family
So
can be taken away because they knew that they can
get the money.
Yes.
So you do that to yourself. You make yourself very vulnerable. Again, I want to talk about especially with the youth. There is one aspect of that I want to talk about, which is being recruited as an informer to these criminals.
Exactly.
They call it informant. And I think they call it, right? They call them informant.
Informant, yes.
So don't allow yourself to be used as an informant, because what goes around comes around. If you inform them about my information, you gave them my information today, somebody will give information to somebody that is related to you, and that person will be kidnapped too.
Exactly.
So please, I want to appeal to us that please don't be recruited to be an informer. The money they give to you is a blood money.
Exactly, and it's even a peanut. Sometimes they collect a ransom of about 30 million, they give you just
200,000.
200,000. They give you like 10 or 20,000, or even 50,000.
Yeah.
In those days, when they give them, they have to put together so many of those ransoms to even buy one Bajaj.
You see?
So you can see that. Again, most of the times you see individuals who appear not to be doing any kind of work, but they are living larger than the lifestyle. You see them nearly having everything at their disposal. So such kind of individuals are equally suspect. Because you go to farm every day, he doesn't go. He's always at the Meshai place, or he's under the tree discussing with friends every day of the week. And then you see him spending money lavishly. You begin to wonder, how does he make his money? So these are also people who are suspects, and you can really report them to the nearest security outpost.
I would like to add that even now, you must not reveal your identity or physically be seen. The security personnel or offices have online
what they call
hotlines. God bless you. Send your message. Suggestion boxes, you must not write, just drop it. Put the actual address and everything. You must not say, I am so person. I have once had an interaction with a security person during the dialogue sessions, and these were the tips he's telling us. You must not come and physically or reveal who you are. There are different platforms on which you can send these security tips and what have you.
Exactly.
So it's happening.
Just as the deputy governor, deputy director has just said, in addition, NOIS has done something about that. We have an app that you can go to. When you download that app and you log into it, you see
hackathon.
You see hackathon, or you see a file. You see a link telling you, if you see something, say something. That is what it's meant for. So click on that, report that nobody knows,
and submit.
Nobody knows you are the one that send that.
That is
to download that app.
Yeah,
it's called the mobilizer. It's called the mobilizer.
Mobilizer app.
The mobilizer app. You can download that. So NOAA has done something about that. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. The two deputy directors,
yes,
Alhaji Bala Musa and Alhaji Sani K. Abubakar. You can equally be part of this discussion through the number 09038808883. One other issue is the get-rich-quick syndrome, which is quite rampant in this world today. Our young ones are nearly in a hurry to get rich. Nobody appears to be patient again. Nobody wants to work too thick and thin to get through. A lot of people want to go around the obstacles rather than confronting the obstacle head on. And as a result of that, we see a lot of young ones are gradually been involved in criminalities. Even as recently as about 4 or 5 days back, a young child of 18 years old took the life of somebody who has worked for 35 years and is retired. A PAMSEC, a permanent secretary at that. You know, this is quite disheartening, and it is becoming so rampant. We have seen the Yahoo boys, we have seen so many boys who have become online fraudsters, and the number is on the increase. Today we have houses where young ones are being taught how to do these things, and they pay money to attend that informal school. Yes, they pay money to learn how to do all those things online. And you see them in one flat like that, being hotel rooms, and the students there pay money to get enrolled. And
as a trainees.
As trainees. And they spend like 30 days going through such kind of trainings. And you know, this is something new that we are seeing today, and is gradually becoming very rampant. A lot of them today are counting millions that are not theirs. So you can see that this is a new trend that is in our society. Probably, but I wouldn't know if you want to say something.
That's quite true, Doctor. It's very unfortunate to what we are witnessing, but it all boils down to the eroded value systems, the family and community value system that we used to know in the past, that we were born to see, to grow up to see, are eroding by the day.
Exactly.
Nobody questions this kind of. Can you imagine? I saw a group called the Yahoo Boys Mothers Club. They are mother of children. The parents of children that are doing Yahoo.
They have their
I saw it in one of the states there, and it's the state. You are mothers doing party. Your children are Yahoo boys. They have arrived. For God's sake.
With people's money.
With people's money and people's blood.
Yes, exactly.
In the past, when you see somebody trying to get rich quick syndrome, get rich quick, and his wealth is suspicious, highest you hear, oh no, what's happening? Oh, this man is a ritualist. They bury cow. Oh, they kill goat. Oh, they do this, this and that. It ends there with animals and what have you. But now,
it's human.
The human being is the sacrificial lamb. The human being bring his heart, bring it. A neighbor will go and pick the neighbor's child. A boyfriend will take girlfriend's this to the hotel and tear her up, kill her and open her up and take what he wants to take.
Uses their mother, their brothers.
Some use parents. For God's sake. Can't we, for once, bring back sense into us that this thing doesn't last forever? There is God after this, there is life after this, this thing that will be asked by the Creator how to account for how it comes, and their consequences will be there. It is not. It's very unfortunate. Children will scam you through using the wire. They call it wire or what have you. There are 419. You know, somebody there's advanced fee fraud. Can somebody in Nigeria would wake up and say he's selling airport that he does not have for millions of hundreds of millions of dollars.
A whole airport.
He's selling it to white man that you don't have, or just in the name to get quick.
Yes, exactly.
Well, the labor is there. Go and learn a skill. Go and learn a trade. Grow gradually. You don't just become a millionaire by overnight, but grow gradually. Seek for Allah's blessings, God's blessings in what we are doing, and you end up like that.
You know, this is akin to a 27-year-old boy that was arrested by the Interpol, and he was asked why didn't he use his brain to go and do a job. He said he's too big to work under anyone. He's just 27 years old. Yes, he's too big to work under anyone, and he couldn't create anything for himself. Except to divert people's money into his own accounts and things like that. You know, these are things that are happening. Today, you can see many of them with such kind of talent, yet there is no trust to even bring them into organizations.
Exactly.
Because no matter how talented an individual is, if this is where he's using his talent, you know, of course, he's unemployable. Because if you employ some kind of person,
it's a risk.
He's going to bankrupt the entire organization.
And bankrupt you.
Exactly. So that is why many of them are unemployable. Because instead of employing them, I think the best way is to see how you can rehabilitate them. Tell them this is the way of life and not the kind of life that they want to live. You know, these are the things that are happening.
And these have their consequences. At the end of it, if you are caught security personnel, you dare pay dearly. Today, why is the hush puppy?
Yes.
Why is the Mohad or Mohad? As one in Dubai, they call Mohad. I don't know the full name. Mohad or something like that. Yes, Mohad. Yeah. They are there. So many of them, even in the country. What have you? All these Evans, all these what? Where are they? You languish forever in jail.
Exactly.
Or if you are not even executed. So it doesn't pay. Government is putting effort, especially in this social investment program, to give they empower you, give you skill acquisition, give you starter packs, this and that, train you to be carpenters, to be masonry, to be technician, ICT, whatever, and they support you.
You can be a content creator on ICT, if at all that is even the line you follow. You can be a content creator. Around the world, people appreciate good contents.
That is it.
And readily people can buy.
ICT is the way to go now in the world.
Exactly. Okay, thank you so much. We also have issues around the tax reform bill, which has become more controversial and more complex by the day. And you can see both the National Assembly, the Nigerian government, the citizens, the country, everybody is disturbed about the tax reform bill. And gradually the National Assembly have decided to step it down for now to allow for proper consultations, further discussions on the bill itself with a view to creating awareness around the bill. When it first came out, not many people understand the nature of the bill.
Up to now.
And up to now, a lot of experts are coming up with conflicting analysis about the bill itself. You see one expert saying one thing, another expert will come and say the other thing. And this has become so worrisome among citizens of Nigeria. And probably, I wouldn't know if Alhaji Abubakar, if you have anything to say regarding how Nigerians should confront this issue of tax reform.
Yeah, tax reform bill, I will leave that to my deputy director, but before then, I will want to say something.
Okay.
You see, nobody, as human, we are logical. A good human being are logical. What do I mean by that? An human being will only do something that will benefit him. You understand? So we as humans, we don't want to part with our hard-earned money. We don't want to pay tax. That's just the bottom line. You see, when it comes to tax issue, people get emotional, and that's just what happened. The president said he is going to reform our tax administration in the country. He is doing that not to cause burden to us, but we refuse to look at the bill critically, to read at it, to read it very well, to understand the nitty-gritty of the bill. I'm not saying the bill is perfect. You understand? There is nothing perfect in every bill or whatever, or law. You understand? So but we should look at it at a percentage level. What does it benefit us at 90% or 80%, whatever? So people get confused because of some part of the bills that they did not understand. Some people are even mischievous because they are emotional. They don't want maybe the government to win or whatever. Some people are political. You understand? So all this come to play with this issue of tax bill. But my able deputy director will give us more explanation on the nitty-gritty of this bill, on the benefits contained in this bill.
Okay. Thank you very much. You should understand that tax in the first instance is a kind of revenue that is collected on a kind of percentage basis for services rendered or for purchases made. And it is a means for funding development in every country. It is used to redistribute resources, income to the country. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, submitted 4 bills to the National Assembly, which is called the tax reform bill. This has generated controversies, discussions, and uproar within the country. One, I would have said, a kind of failure from the government part to get people involved, get people informed, get people to understand the bill first through different means, through different forums. You know, before even taking it to National Assembly, a lot of awareness needs to be created, clouds by clouds. Let there be forums, market men, producers, manufacturers, civil servants, what have you, different forums, so that extensively it will be discussed. If there are inputs from these sectors, it will be sent back to government for modifications and what have you. This actually we did not do as a government, and it doesn't end there. Even if government did not do this, now that the bill is a public document, take your time before you criticize it. Read it clause by clause. Make sense out of it before you criticize. Most people that you speak to now will say, it's against this region of the country, it's against this state or this person. Why do you say so? Because he had people saying.
He has people saying.
Why do you say? Because he has not even taken his own time to understand
the line of
that, to understand and make informed decision about it. He did not. This bill has, like I said, 4 different bills that are taken to the National Assembly. 1, the Nigerian Tax Bill, the Nigeria Tax Administration Bill, the Nigeria Revenue Service Establishment Bill, the Joint Board Establishment Bill. So, for instance, Nigerian Tax Bill is where all major taxes imposed on individuals and companies are clearly stated, as well as the rates that they will pay. This bill is just like a compendium of taxes charged in Nigeria. The Nigerian Tax Bill basically amalgamates all the existing laws in which provisions for taxation was made. When passed, this bill will lead to repeal of 11 laws, just to streamline the law to make it one solid law, to avoid double taxation, what have you. The law contains provisions on imposition and collection of taxes. Here, these are some reforms, benefits of that reforms. There will be no more double taxation if that is done. The government is working to stop different levels of authority for taxing people on the same thing. You produce food crops, you bring to market, they start giving receipt and tickets. That will not happen now. Before you pay, the company that is using your product again to produce and sell for people will also pay. Now one side of the taxation is taken off. 2, support low-income earners. Those earning very little pay little for no taxes, helping them manage their finances. It's kind of, now the bill is saying like a progressive taxation. The more you earn, the more you pay. The lesser you earn, the lesser you pay, or you don't even pay. You can imagine a civil servant earning 800,000 per annum will not pay 0. If you are earning between 3.something million to you know, you pay 24% per annum, like that. So how many people earn 3.5 million? Now they say businesses that are not up to 50 million per annum, their turnover is not up to 50 million, will not even pay. Business companies, and those who earns I can't remember the figure, will pay very little. That means over 90% of company or businesses in Nigeria will not be paying tax. Almost 90%. But the evil that people see in this bill, or assumably feel in this bill,
is the VAT.
Is the VAT. God bless you. Is the VAT, and VAT is distribution.
Exactly.
But still, VAT is telling you to be up and doing. I mean, this bill is telling you to be up and doing. Generate more and get what? And get more. Now, in the past, the sharing formula is 15% revenue. I mean, 50%, 55%.
We'll go to
the federal. I'm sorry, 15% to the federal, yes. 15%, but now it's reducing 5% back to the states. The states take 50% before.
They now have
55% of what is generated, while the remaining ones goes to the LGA. And it is saying that this formula, what is it called, derivation formula, because that is what is giving people problem. Derivation,
where the tax is derived,
gets more, up to 60%. From 20, it's jumping to 60%. If you generate more, you bring to the center, you
get more now because of the transition.
So, like he has started saying that people doesn't want to pay, and the state is quiet. Like our state here, let's assume 1 million people will pay tax out of our 6 million of us. I'm very sure we have more than 1 million people that are eligible to be paying tax. Whether as a company and income, personal income tax, or what have you, more than 1 million. But if you go to the revenue board, check out how many people they collect tax. Apart from civil servants, zero.
Maybe only the civil servants.
Only the civil servants, which are no more than 200,000. Or up to, I don't know the figure, but I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So if everybody would pay tax, there will be more money coming to the state.
And issues of national interest also come in, because as a citizen, you are expected to pay tax to experience development.
Yeah.
And as a citizen, you are also expected to have interest in the national well-being of your country. So most at times, national interest should be the driving force that will ginger people to pay their taxes regularly. Sometimes you need not to be told, but again, most at times people hold government accountable for its inability to deliver, first on campaign promises and then providing essential social services that people need. And people assume that, what am I paying tax for if all these services are not available? Today in Nigeria, in the 21st century, we are still talking about providing pipe-borne water, good road, health facilities, schools and all of that. In some other climes, including countries like Rwanda that came out of the reigns of civil war, they've gone beyond all that. You don't come and campaign that you want to give people water and good road, and don't look at you, because already they have gone past that. Government has already provided that. So you have to think of some other means. And in most nations, especially developed nations, it is always issues of tax and tax. Sometimes tax holiday, reduction of tax, have been used as campaign incentives. Yes. Tax incentives. So we want a situation where in our own dear country too, we should have gone beyond all of this, and then we begin to focus on issues of tax and how the citizens can benefit more. These are some of the campaign messages that you see in more advanced democracies. Thank you so much, Alhaji Bala Musa and Alhaji Saniki Abubakar. You can join us on this discussion through the number 09038808883. You can equally visit our Facebook page on Prestigefm91.7mx to send in your text message. We have the first caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I think we've missed this call. 09038808883. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Dr. Untala.
Morning, sir.
The guest in the studio, you are highly welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much and good morning.
This is MD Awal.
Okay, go ahead, MD Awal.
Dr. Untala, I always commend you honestly for a job well done. You bring in national orientation to enlighten us on many issues. I must commend you for that. Dr. Untala, this issue of tax reform bill that you are talking about, Dr. Untala, you can see a lot of Nigerians are raising their eyebrow, not probably because of anything. People are not being carried along by the government. And at the same time, Dr. Untala, I don't think Mr. President needs to bring that bill on board for now because of the kind of dimension we find ourselves in this country. In terms of hardship and everything, life is unbearable to many Nigerians, Dr. Untala. So Mr. President could have even allowed this bill to come, not even now. So why now, Mr. President decided to bring the bill before National Assembly? And most of the representatives that we are having in National Assembly, Dr. Untala, they are all they want is what will come from the presidency. They are not listening to the reality or plight of Nigerians who elected them. Most of them went to Abuja. They never even come to their state for them to even listen to what Nigerians are crying for. Look at the way people are dying on frustration on a daily basis, Dr. Untala. People are dying on based on the kind of hardship. And government is not listening to the yearning of the Nigerians. It's high time whatever kind of policy government want to bring on board or government want to initiate a kind of bill, letting government initiate a bill that will go with the generality of Nigerians, not what will cause a hardship to more the kind of more hardship to Nigerians.
Exactly.
May Allah continue to see us through. That is my tip for now.
Okay, thank you so much, Amija. Okay, we have some messages here.
Right, on our Facebook page coming from Hadi Kungo Tijani. He is wishing us all the best. That is Hadi Kungo Tijani on our Facebook page, wishing us all the best. And we also have these. Okay, take the next.
Okay, we have another call. Hello, good morning. Okay, we've missed this one. 09038808883 is the number to call in. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my name is Ambassador Gebuli Challenge. I'm calling you from Fulani City.
Okay.
National Orientation Agency, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Gebu.
As I can see, you are really trying your own possible best.
Thank you.
To create more awareness to Nigerians and Nigerians. And if you go to your platform, I'm always seeing updates, creation of awareness and orientation. So I'm giving you kudos for that.
Thank you very much.
And for those who don't know that you are creating more awareness and orientation, please, they should go to your Facebook page or WhatsApp Facebook page.
Exactly.
They will see most of your posts there. I'm following you people and I'm seeing you people's posts. You are doing a very great, wonderful job.
Thank you.
And this issue of this tax bill, seriously speaking, if really is really going to benefit us from the north, why are they pushing it so fast to implement it? There is what we call public hearing. That is what we expected Mr. President and his lieutenants to do. Then lastly, more than half of Nigerians are living in extreme poverty during campaign. He said he's going to lift more than half of Nigerians out of poverty. Has he done that? The issue of insecurity, has he tackled it? Look at the issue of fuel subsidy. They have removed it. Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians are living in extreme poverty.
Okay, thank you so much. And okay.
Honorable Aliyu Shaku, he is wishing us all the best. Shamsuddin Zubairu, well done. Muhammad Sani Shambo, he's saying this is what is expected of the National Orientation Agency. They are supposed to make a lot of public enlightenment. People are not properly educated about the reforms of this government. The National Orientation Agency are on track, but they need to do more. Thank you, Muhammad Sani Shambo. Umar Dan Azmi, yes, as a citizen, it is our duty to pay tax, but the same people no longer trust the people in the government, especially the way and manner the tax they do with taxpayers' money, living in affluence while the citizens in penury. So no matter how hard you try to explain, people will still object this policy.
Okay.
But you voted them in.
Most at times, like I have said, in more advanced democracies, certain aspect of governance are well taken care of, and you don't even use them for campaigns again. So you have to look at some other.
And a social engineering outfit like ours, the national, for country where they exist, they are not taken lightly. The government takes them with very strong considerations. They are funded very well. They are given the wherewithal to do their work. And they ensure that they communicate government programs and policies to the generality of public for better understanding.
Exactly. For the first time, Gabo have highlighted something.
For the first time.
He talked about your website. Maybe some people may want to also get to know your website address so that they can always visit there to get enlightened. Maybe if you can.
Yes, before we leave. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Our website is www.noa.gov.ng.
Okay. www.noa.gov.ng. That gov means
GOV, yes.
GOV. Okay.
So we are in all the social media handles. We're at Instagram, Facebook, even on WhatsApp. We're on WhatsApp and what again? Where's the last one? TikTok. Instagram, WhatsApp. We are all there. It's at NOAA.gov. You see it. Facebook is National Orientation Agency Nigeria. You will see it there on Facebook. So we have all the
so I think for a lot of people, you can always visit there to get enlightened.
Yeah,
because any information you see there is genuine information.
I want to specifically talk about the website. If you enter into our website, there is an AI platform called the Clean. You can ask the Clean anything about government policies, activities, anytime, any day.
CLAY.
CHCHLEAN. LEEEAN.
Okay.
Immediately you just click
clean.
into the website, the clean will appear. You see it
okay,
there.
okay.
There's no need.
Yeah.
So you see an environment where you can chat with it. There is an environment where you can speak to it. There is a voice message. It will give you voice message back.
So it's a search engine.
It's a search engine. So when you go there, it is specifically for this Nigerian government.
Anything about
Anything about the government.
And the information
Policy, whatever. It's a new because it's domiciled in the server is domiciled in the country. Every information is be there about the government inside the AI. So you don't need to go further. If you want to know more about what we are discussing here, please go to that website.
On every aspect of
governance.
Okay, thank you so much. 09038808883. We have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Morning, sir. Fine, sir.
My name is Abdullah.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
See, we shouldn't deceive ourselves. There is no nation that develop without paying tax. Every country, every citizen has to pay tax. And when you pay tax, you have the access to challenge government for not providing social services. And it is through these taxes. If everybody pays his tax, then the government has to bring a policy that will suit the living of the masses. Good road, good education, good market, good price control, health, and other things that the government is supposed to provide. And if such things are not provided, they, the mass that are paying that tax, have the right to challenge. But in a nation whereby everybody depends on oil, how is it possible that you people will enjoy? You must pay tax. Every home must pay tax. We live in the olden days, our area collect tax and they make their activities very good and nobody is complaining.
Exactly.
So let us not deceive ourselves. Everybody must pay tax. You have to pay tax so that the government will work for you. Like now, the civil servant that served for 35 years, and the money they are paying him, where did they get it? And who is he serving? Let's take a teacher. They are paying his salary every month. Where did they get that source to pay him? So we have to pay our tax so that teachers will be paid.
Exactly. Okay. Pay your tax regularly and so that you get the services you needed. Okay, we have one or two messages.
Jeffrey Ibrahim Benjamin is saying it is commendable to see the NOAA taking proactive steps to address critical national issues through sensitization campaign. Thank you very much for that. We have Isa M. Asali. He's saying, I suggest the bill should be translated in local languages for more understanding. Bawa Aminu, wishing us all the best, saying that the bill is a good thing, but lack of proper information about the bill. That's what's affecting us. That's all. Okay,
thank you so much, Memuna Muhammad Babangida. And we also sincerely appreciate all those who have made their contributions. Lastly,
today by 10 o'clock we will be at Women Development Center for a town hall meeting. All these issues, we are going to discuss it. We want Nigerians to come so that when you have a kind of advice or any view you feel that should be taken to government, especially on these things we have discussed this morning, that is the forum. We'll be there to have a town hall meeting with all the spectrum of Nigerians by the Women Development Center at Old Secretariat Gate. The old Secretariat Gate beside it. So yes, by 10 o'clock this morning, but hopefully by the grace of God we'll be there to rub minds. So we need your input. You can come there and then we discuss.
Okay, thank you so much. We sincerely appreciate your contributions. Alhaji Bala Musa, Deputy Director Programs, and Alhaji Sani K. Abubakar, Deputy Director Special Duties and Local Government Operations. We appreciate you. We also appreciate all those who made their contributions. Stephen Jaya, we appreciate your effort. Memuna Muhammad Babangida has been the co-anchor in this program, and on behalf of her and all other people in the studio, my name is Mohammed Antala Ali, hoping that you continue to remain good citizens of Nigeria. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.